Nothing at all.
I'm assuming this is literally just going to be like, do a link battle under these rules.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. It's just gonna be the same as what we've always done. Just click link battle. Be like, hi friend, are you ready? This is the code I'm using to search, and then that's it.
But I'm literally just going to use the 130006.
Yeah, okay. Good that you told me that because that way I don't have to. But yeah, you can actually see if you go to participants, it says that everyone's checked in because there's no check-in required. I lied. There's some people who haven't checked in. I'm confused. Maybe they haven't submitted team lists and stuff. I think once you've submitted team lists, it should be automatically checked in. Where am I?
Shit, how do I know if I'm checked in? Find
Look at my
myself
name.
now? God.
Do you have an icon? Because you should be able to find it by your icon.
Oh my goodness, there's currently no registered players.
Hey, I'm
What is it?
here. I'm there, and I got my icon. Yeah, we near the end, right?
I have no idea.
Because you signed up today, right?
Set
You
for
registered
myself
today.
and nothing came up, and now I'm worried.
Your name is Jeremy, right?
No, it's. Oh wait, what?
Oh shit, Phil's playing. I see you.
Should
Do you
I?
have a weird little alien on your head?
Yes, that weird alien on my head.
Like
That
the
seems like me.
purple
I'm
looking
assuming
ass dude with the big
it's not
eyes.
using my account name. It's using like my player ID name, and that's what bamboozled me because I was searching for the account name.
Yeah, I had to
Whoa.
scroll down to find Samus. I really need to finish my Pokemon Scarlet, get materials on that account, and then start going in and making one to codes subscribe Chum. You know what I mean? Instead of subscribe Samus.
Yes.
I don't know what to do now. This is the most awkward part of the of any comp is just being like, okay, cool. So what now?
I'm ready. Maybe. Yeah, like that stage of the competition's starting. It's too late to do anything. Now I just have to wait. Oh,
Let's see. Tour lobby should be where they put some. No, they're not announcing it.
10 seconds. Woo.
Lol. I mean, knowing how all these online tournaments work, we're not going to start our first game until like 5:15.
Yeah, because there'll be a whole bunch of like, I didn't get a pairing, etc., etc.
Yeah, there's always like a. I mean, okay, so there's 215 people, which is that's pretty lit. That's pretty lit. Let's see.
I'm ready to get the
Here's,
buy.
here's our goal. Here's our goal, right? We need to get top 64 in this event, and we can feel comfortable with our performance because that's player point. You know what I mean?
We have to go. You have to go X2 to make day 2. So that's my current goal. Oh.
That's valid.
Let's go X2, which could be hard.
This might be a 7 rounds, which means it's probably probably gonna be playing till like 1 a.m.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. That's happening, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I really thought this was gonna be a meme comp.
How big do you think meme comp was gonna be?
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Considering that when I signed up, there was like 80 people.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
No, I remember seeing
First
like
day that you recommended it.
170 something last night.
So many people. 215. Damn, dude. Damn, dude.
Refresh. Has there been any update in the Discord?
Oh shit,
Just
this is
setting,
gonna
yeah, it's okay. They're just setting things up.
this is gonna show up on that limitless side, isn't it?
What's gonna show up on Limitless?
This competition, isn't it?
It might not. Limitless is a record of all the stuff hosted on Limitless.
Oh, okay.
I don't know
It
if
seemed
they,
like-
I don't know if they have an import process. It's just everyone's hosting on there instead of Battlefly, probably because of that feature. You know what I mean? Because the fact that you do have this like team list tracking and everything. Like, I definitely like it more than being like, oh, here, click this link to go to your opponent's Pokepaste. I like the layout that they have for the other comp much better. Remember how I was showing screenshots of the opposing team on
Shit.
the thing?
We're sending the GLF HF.
Wait, you got an opponent already?
No, just in the tour lobby.
Ah, shit, let's get it. Good.
I best all the US players who are sleep deprived. uh,
I realized that the timing's actually not terrible because it's a dog water time for US, but a lot of people are just at Orlando because why wouldn't they be, right? And then it's like evening for us, and then early morning for UK. So it kind of works out alright. They timed it pretty well. It's not fun that it's like gonna run so late for us, but I don't hate it. It also means because otherwise I would have to plan something afterwards, so I wouldn't have been able to play all the rounds. You know what I mean? So it being in the evening means I can just I was able to keep my evening free now. Yeah, play till 2 a.m. if I have to. We'll see.
Yeah.
Once I have 3 losses, I'll be willing to go to sleep if I'm tired. But as long as I'm at
that's my plan as well. If I drop 3 games, I'm keen to just like hop off at regular bedtime sort of thing. Like I'm not staying up till whenever the fuck this finishes.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I'm getting ambushed.
Oh shit! The EU is 8 a.m. on Saturday. It's the Saturday. That's pretty good. Rip David. It's 2 a.m. wherever the fuck he is.
Man, just go to Orlando, bro. What are you doing?
I don't want to suffer only to miss out on the final round.
Yeah, there've been a lot of people who are playing 2 a.m. tournaments because of how vastly, like, how wide the range of competition times are. Also, you can actually go into Limitless TCG, and you can filter by like Pokemon VGC, and you can see all upcoming competitions. So it's like really easy to track. There's stuff that's going on next weekend as well that I might sign up for.
Oh shit.
That way we can, throughout this week, we can make an adaptation to the team or build a new team that we think is better and try it there.
Well, all over on the tour is ready to start. We've got 215 players today, so we will have... Oh, missed the rest of it.
Date announcements.
We're
6-2 or better, so 8 rounds. Fucking hell.
8 rounds.
This is actually going to go to 2 a.m.
But hang on. 8 rounds. How do you go 7-2?
No, it says 6-2.
What?
All players with a record of 6-2 or better at the end of the day will advance to Sunday. That says 6-2.
Okay, hey, hang on. How do I fucking... Where's my snip tool?
Do you see 7?
I see 7.
Are you looking at announcements or tour lobby?
Oh, he just changed it. Yeah, it was just edited on my thing. It was 7-2. Okay, so an hour around, so it's going to take 8 hours, potentially. Oof.
Now we got to win it, I don't care. Fuck it, 2 a.m.
I got a good night's sleep last night. Oh, wait.
Yeah, good thing. Yeah, same, right? Great. Good thing I got a clean 5 hours of sleep last night.
Yeah, dude.
We'd love to see it.
Your opponent is ready. I already got my opponent? What?
Oh, go to match. Is it you? Could you imagine?
Hang on. So how did... Add your opponent in game. Wait, what?
No, just... You don't have to add them in game, dude.
But how do you even add friends in game?
You don't have to. It doesn't matter. It's just a random nonsense that people have written that isn't applicable to us.
Oh, shit.
Probably should connect to the internet. Dude, I'm hype right now, dude.
I'm hype and also...
Alright, probably should look at my opponent's team sheet, right? That's probably a good idea.
So ready to... Oh my god, team sheets, dude.
Wait, dude, I'm messing a guy with Houndstone without, like, fluffy Houndstone. What the fuck?
Am I up against? Garganacle, Iron Hands, Iron Bundle, Arcanine, Amoongus, Roaring Moon. Why do I have the competitive team?
What is this? You got Sharpness, Gallade, Brute Bonnet, Loaded Dice, Pawmite. What the fuck is going on?
Oh shit. Encore, Iron
Offensive
Bundle.
Mimikyu. I'm scared. I'm fucking scared.
Oh, I hate this man's team. I hate it so much. Oh, Covert Cloak Amoongus. Interesting. Why? I guess preventing fake out? Oh. I don't want to play against this Okay, this is a quick, easy
Wait,
loss.
what's the code that we use, bro? I'm blanking the guy asking me for a code. 1254745 2. Is that what it was?
Yes.
All right. I'm scared. Time to start searching for an opponent. I feel relatively confident because this team that my opponent's using is a lot of like odd things, not really something that other people are using, which also is scary. Alright, I found my opponent. His name should be Quantico. Yes. GLHF. Alright, I'm deafening so I can play. Good luck.
Okay. Good luck.
Alright, let's get this bread. Let's get this fucking bread, dude. I'm really nervous right now. I'm so nervous right now. Like I feel really confident in the team, but it's still really nerve-wracking. This should be the only version of it, yeah. I need to change my party so I don't keep thinking current party, because if I click current party, everything's wrong and I can't terrestrialize, lol. Alright, let's see. Okay, so Moth is a problem that I don't want to deal with, but I think I can safely lead Flutter Moth off the cuff and then go from there. Because, what do you call it? Because I do have... can I do columns? Oh, that's beautiful. That's perfect. Okay. Not too afraid of the Houndstone. Last Respect is obviously going to be very strong when it does come out, and like you can get extra knockouts with the Moth. But I think I'm kind of okay with it. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for just the generic lead off the start. Steel Terror Roaring Moon is going to be interesting and unfun. Gallade is probably pretty easy to deal with too. Just like very moves galore. It does have moves for Amoongus, which is not fun. We have a Curse Mimikyu, which I don't think is coming. Gallade feels kind of good against my team, I think. With like Psycho Cut and everything. So I definitely think they're going to bring that. I feel like Scizor probably does well into it because it didn't have a good move for Scizor. So I'll bring Scizor. And the last one may be Amoongus just to keep people off my back. Yeah, let's just try Amoongus. This feels odd, but I don't think that Hydreigon is good here. His entire team is physical. Kind of wish I had a Intimidator now, but we'll see. I don't think I see a single special move in my opponent's team. No, there is a single one. So I mean, okay, the Snarl, but we know Moth can't protect. That's really good. So Moth does lead. Moth Roaring Moon does lead. The game is in the floor. Okay, let's keep an eye out for the booster energy. What stats it boosting? It's probably going to be attack. Activates, boosts, speed. Okay, that's not good for us. But what that does allow us to do is it allows us... We're just going to go for protect. Here. Protect on you. And then we can go for... We'll just go for a Moonblast. Onto Moth. They have Breaking Swipe and Snarl. So it's a very, like, passive thing. I think this is fine. Just getting Moth down to nothing is really, really crucial here. And both my Mons at speed, it's the next time I can put lots of heavy damage into it. I think they're going to terrestrialize their Roaring Moon here too. They might even Tailwind, which is actually like pretty solid, like the fake out Tailwind. Because that means they can Revival next turn. But they'll have to switch out. Okay, so they do go the terrestrialize on Roaring Moon. That's okay for me because the following turn I can just go for what's it called? I can go for a Heat Wave. And it should do a lot of damage to this thing. It does have decent speed def, but I think it's fine. So we protect here expecting the fake out. Hopefully that's what we do see. No, it goes straight for Snarl and now it speeds me. Interesting. Okay, can we get the dodge, lols? We don't get the dodge, we get Snarled. So our Sash is broken. good read from my opponent. I will give him that. So we get them down to the sash. It's good. And we see a double shock. That's obviously going into the Flutter main. Flutter main is knocked out. Unfortunate, but we're not in too bad shape. Now we can go into Sizzle and we can force my opponent to switch out their Poor Mod, because they don't want to lose it. And I think potentially that means it's a good time for me to just go for a Heat Wave and maybe even a U-turn if I'm crazy, just to get my positioning better. Or even a Tailwind, because I don't see them staying in here. Like, they want to preserve Poor Mod and potentially go out into Brute Bonnet. I think that's the most damage I can do, so I think I'm going to do it. Predicting the switch on the Poor Mod, because there'd be a way to get rid of you, lose it now. And they can't revive Blessing this turn, so there's no value in it. And it dies to the Moth anyway. Moth should take one from the... Okay, so Poor Mod does withdraw. That's really good for us. And we see Gallade. Okay. Gallade won't take too much damage from this, but it should be okay. See another Snarl coming off. There's nothing to the other, but it does have the drops. Heat Wave connects. Okay damage, not high enough. And then the U-turn knocks out the Gallade. That's both really good and really bad for me, because now Sizzle is going to disappear. The question is, how do we want to do this? Because they can just fake out this turn, or they have fake out threatening and revival blessing pressure. It's quite hard to address both, but I think I just have to swing. And Snarl and Breaking Side both AoE, so there's no value in it. I think I just Spore the Roaring Moon and actually attack. Also, I love that they changed the name of their Roaring Moon to, like, instead of R-O-A-R, the correct spelling, it's R-A-W-R. So yeah, Poor Mod does come back out. This is what I expected. And Fake Out is pretty damn obvious here. But we're going to go for the Heat Wave, and we're going to go for the Spore. Because I think they're going to predict the Protect, like I did last time, and not go for Fake Out. Or they Tailwind. Okay. So then they still get the Revival Blessing off. Yep. Still not too bad for us. We do get to sleep, and hopefully we do get the knockout on the Poor Mod. Heat Wave does miss. Who does it miss? It misses Poor Mod. That's actually like the worst luck in the world. But we do get to sleep. Okay. I'm actually not too... I don't dislike that too much. And we also have access to... we have access to our Rage Powder this turn, which Poor Mod can't really touch us, and a switch-in isn't really safe for my opponent for any of their mons. So we just go for the Rage Powder here. Baiting the attack and then going for another Heat Wave again. Okay, so the Rage Powder goes off. Hopefully we get the connects. Roaring Moon stays asleep. Poor Mod probably using a double shock or a close combat. Double shock. Both resisted. Oh yeah, it wouldn't have been a close combat just because there's no point, because you're going to target the Moth anyway. And then Moth connects and gets a double knockout. So now it's Scizor and Gallade. Obviously Gallade is a threat. But Gallade is only single target, so it kind of depends on what the last mon is. Because I can double protect a Burner, Turn, or Tailwind and go from there. If it's going to be Houndstone, Houndstone will hit pretty hard. We see Gallade as expected. It's on half health too. And Houndstone. Okay. It's a tough call here. I think I do have to protect the Is Fire Terror any value to me here? No, it's not. So we can actually Terrestrialize. But what we'll do is we'll protect with you, and then we're going to go Terror to get off Psychic typing, and then go for a Spore on the Houndstone. Because we're seeing we can already knock out the Gallade with Sizzle from where we were. But yeah, very well played by my opponent, and it's not exactly in my hands just yet. But I need to play this as best as I can. If they predict the protect on Moth, which is relatively readable, we'll see. Moth protects, yep. So Psycho Cut goes into here. We do live it because of, oh my god, we barely live it. And then where's the last respects gone? Because yeah, it's going to be 3 knockout last respect. So if it goes into Flutter main. Yes, okay, so it went to Moth, which means we put the thing to sleep because it's just a assault vest. Okay, that's really, really good for us. This thing is fluffy assault vest, so it's very, very defensive. I'm just going to go for a Heat Wave and a Rage Powder. The Rage Powder. We're probably going to see another Psycho Card. It will knock us out. Oh, we actually had speed both on the Moth. That's not something I expected. Even after Tailwind, we still had speed. Which is like really, really big for us. We go down. Gallade, of course, is his and then I'm gonna need some turns out of that thingo. Okay, Gallade does have protect here, so it's kind of concerning. But I almost want to just go for an acid spray on the Houndstone, but it can wake up this turn, so I need to make sure that I don't kind of throw to that option. We're just gonna go for the Heat Wave and the Bullet Punch on the Houndstone. We should add speed with thingo. We'll see. So Gallade does protect here, hoping for the Houndstone wake up in the knockout. Which obviously will be really bad for us. The Bullet Punch goes off. Hopefully does nothing. Never mind. We might need a burn here, honestly. We hit the protect. And then we connect on the Houndstone. There's a solid amount, and we just need Houndstone to stay asleep. It does wake up. That's so unfortunate for us. And last respects will knock out the Moth. That's so bad for me. The 1-turn sleep actually like ruined that. Okay, so now it becomes... I think this is a loss here because I need a crit to kill the Houndstone. And last respect should knock us out. I think my best bet is to do this. Maybe if I crit. Oh, it's so close. It was honestly a roll, dude. Because I think Sacred Sword doesn't kill me here. No, it doesn't. Never mind. Alright. Well played by my opponent. Like, definitely a really solid team from them. Me protecting turn 1 was, like, really, really bad. Like, just because they had the read. And I should have known Heat Wave was safe and Fake Out was what I wanted him to click. Yeah, so that was definitely a misplay, letting Flutterman go down turn 1. Instead, I could have actually gotten a knockout and a lot of damage onto the Roaring Moon. It being a speed Roaring Moon is problematic for me, and not having any Fake Out feels bad, and I kind of wish I had that. So we'll battle again with the same rules. My opponent's team is definitely odd, but they're not bad by any means. I think... Let's talk about what I think when we get to the screen. Okay, I think I want to leave the same. Hydreigon again, not particularly useful in this scenario. I feel like Fluttermane and Moth put in a lot of offensive pressure to my opponent. And I think the same forward's good. I just needed to play that better, and I have a better read on my opponent, so I'm just gonna do it. I think that like Gastrodon gives me such minimal value here. We got to read on what 4 they like to use, and I think that makes sense because Sizzle kind of checks the Bullet Seed Boy and the Mimikyu. Not checks it, but he does really, really well into them. Especially with Mimikyu having a defensive the same Terra type of Fairy. Our opponent has a Poison Brute Bonnet, which I find hilarious because that just basically means you're going to Terra so that way you can have Amoongus's defensive typing of like resistant to Fairy and resistant to fighting, which is I think is brilliant. But yeah, so this time we're going to do the thing, and we're going to swing with Iron Moth because it's the safest play. And I should have seen that last turn. I so expected the Fake Out that I thought that he would do something different. And I think The fake out's fine. Like, if they fake me out, I'm not too threatened by it. And, like, literally, like, that Gallade knockout was actually kind of unfortunate for me. So this time we see Gallade and we see Bonnet. Okay, that's fine for me. Just because we drastically threaten both Pokemon on the field. And we can go for a Heat Wave. Heat Wave Moonblast. So we're just going to do that. We're going to Heat Wave. And we're going to go for a Moonblast. Potentially we're going to see a... I don't know. We could see a Brute Bonnet Terror here, which would feel really bad and potentially cause Moth to get knocked out. So I think what I might do is just preemptively, we might just do this so we don't get knocked out by the Psycho Cut. We'll do this, and we'll do Moonblast. If Brute Bonnet Terror Rage Powders, it's going to be problematic for us. Okay, so we do get the Terror. Obviously, we're first. That's going to be a thing. I kind of wish Flutter Mane was the one who could ignore the redirection, but at least we can ignore the sleep if they happen to go for Spore. They probably won't sing the Grass Terror, but just making sure we don't die to the Psycho Cut is important for me. So they do Terror. This is more than likely going to be the Brute Bonnet, just to get to the Poison typing. Yeah, so that way the Moonblast doesn't do as much. So potentially Shadow Ball was the correct move choice for me here. But we'll see. Maybe we can get a big hit onto the with the Heat Wave. Okay, Gallade Protect. That's good, because they don't get any value out of that. Okay, they didn't... Okay, Heat Wave hits the Protect. And then connects on the Bonnet. Bonnet might even be... Oh, we got the Burn. That's actually huge for me. Go for a Moonblast. Hit nothing. And then we might see a Bullet Seed into the Flutter Mane. Yes, we do. Does the Burn... Oh, the Burn does matter here. That's crazy. So I got really lucky there. It's 4, Met go for 5, does hit the 5. Oh, that burn was huge. Let's see if it can help us get to achieve victory this thing. That took forever to tick the damage. Okay, now... I don't really like our position here, but I kind of need to just do this. Sucker Punch could come out for the Flutter Mane, so maybe it's like a protect Flutter Mane kind of situation. Or we go into Sizzle. I kind of feel comfortable going into Sizzle here. Just because the Bullet Punch, the Sucker Punch would do nothing, and I think that's just better, so we'll do that. We'll go into Sizzle and click Heat Wave again. Sizzle can stand in front of Brute Bonnet, no problem, and we've already seen that we one-shot the Gallade. Okay, not one-shot, we do a lot of damage to the Gallade. We'll save Chris Magius for the end game, which might not even matter, but potentially it could save us at some point. Sizzle comes out. See a Rage Powder here. It doesn't do anything because the Heat Wave. And yeah, like I just really didn't feel like I was going to do anything with my attack being redirected towards the Bonnet. Psycho Cut comes off. Does a good amount, actually. Sharpness is very strong. So now I feel kind of confident to just Heat Wave again, and this time we're going to go for a U-turn to reposition the Sizzle. Potentially Tailwind was not a bad click there, but I think I want to reposition Sizzle. Oh, you know what? Maybe it was, because I think they know the knockouts there on Gallade and they might protect again. No, they go for the Rage Pad. Okay, that's fine. They might just go for some chip onto the Moth. Okay, Bonnet dies this turn. They do go for the Sacred Sword. It one-shots me. Wow. Wow. Okay, Sacred Sword is a very powerful move, though. And we basically got 2 KOs for the price of 1, so that's not too bad. Though, okay, Roaring Moon in the back, I can't kill it. Also, I forgot that like my thing was gonna get redirected, so I didn't even kill the Gallade, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I just don't feel like I have enough offensive presence right now, which really sucks. Let's go for the Amoonguss. And I guess the Flutter Mane, right? Like, I don't think we need Sizzle back just yet. Yeah, I think I messed up. I think I needed now getting Moth off the board really screws me up. Because here comes Roaring Moon. Roaring Moon gets his boost. Yeah, I think I just lose 2-0 right now. I think I've lost. I feel like this Gallery is actually really powerful, able to put out a lot of damage. And then we predict, and we go to this potential Tailwind here. Yeah, Tailwind. Do we still outspeed the... We might still outspeed the Gallade. No, we don't. It knocks me out. Okay. That, I believe, is a loss because Scizor can't hurt this Roaring Moon once it terrestrializes. Until that point I can, but yeah, Scizor doesn't have the offense for this. Potentially Hydreigon was a bring, even though it wasn't about like tanking special attacks. I'm gonna predict the protect from Gallade or the switch from Gallade. If they don't Terra the Roaring Moon here, I might have a chance still, but it's very, very unlikely. And at the end of the day, they have the ability to click the Revival Blessing, which is probably in the back here. They just go for the side cut and knock me out. Yeah, unfortunate. How much damage does this do? So Gallade does go down, and now it's a 1v. It might even be a 1v1, but then Pawmot brings someone back. Let's see if this knocks out. Super effective. It does get the one-shot knockout. If for some reason this isn't Pawmot in the back, we might actually have a chance here. But if it is, I'm pretty much boned. It's Houndstone. Okay, but we can't beat this either way. It needed to be Mimikyu, but there was not a chance of that. Alright, unfortunate. My opponent played really, really well. I didn't have an answer for Houndstone. I think maybe the correct thing is I needed to be bringing Hydreigon for it. Because it was my fluffy resist, and my Last Respect resist and my ghost type killer. So yeah, I think I just lacked offensive pressure with what I was doing. Yeah, my team just didn't have what I needed to beat my opponent, which is really unfortunate. Yeah, that's like the weakest my team has felt. I couldn't do anything to his obscure setup. And I'm going to undeafen, and hopefully we'll see how Jeremy went after his game. I'm assuming he's deafened. He is deafened. Alright, cool. We'll see how he went after his game. But yeah, no, I think the mistake was that the 4 that I brought were not the 4 I should have brought. I think like I needed the Hydreigon. But Gallade is so good into my Hydreigon, it's actually insane. Like,
hello.
Yo, how'd you go?
I got bodied, and honestly, dude, friendship with Heatwave over. I double missed again. Like I cannot get over how often I miss Heatwave. It's ridiculous. Like first match, I miss Heatwave on a Moongus, so I lose. Second match, I miss Heatwave on a Moongus, so I lose. Like it, I don't understand. I don't know what I can do. Like I'm actually so over this team. The fact that I keep losing because Heatwave, the 95 accurate move, misses is
90,
crazy.
90%. But yeah, no, I get you.
90% move. Like, the number of misses that I have with that move is crazy. I'm definitely leaning towards something else. Like I can't rely on Heatwave anymore.
I'm actually of the mind of like we don't have enough ability to one-shot anything. Like I literally lost games because I was like so I lost my 1-2. I got 2-0, but both games were close. It came down to a 1v1 at the end that I was losing. Unfortunately, but yeah, what it came down to was the fact that there were mons with awkward typings that I couldn't one-shot. I didn't have the moves for it, and I'm like,
I was literally in great position, right? So his whole game plan was leader Moongus and Roaring Moon, which obviously that's very powerful. Roaring Moon is very good against our team, right? Because it's a Dragon Dance thing as well, which means it hits all of our team then.
Yeah.
But it would have been fine if I could kill the Amoongus, which I had prepared to kill the Amoongus in both games. Both games, I missed the Heatwave and then proceed to lose from there. Like, oh.
Yeah, I feel that, man. I feel that.
Okay, I definitely think that we need to add some way to guarantee kill Amoongus on the team because with like I can't keep missing heat waves, man.
No, I 100% get you.
I can't
Um,
keep hitting missing heat waves.
that's one of the things where I was like, maybe the what do you call it? Maybe the fuck, what's it called? Maybe the, like that flying terror dragonite actually isn't memes. Again, funny
Also,
it has to run Terra Blast, but yeah.
I definitely think that testing the what's his name? King Gambit. I think testing the King Gambit instead of the Scizor is also probably a good idea as well. Because
Yeah, you know what? I actually win that game. I win that last match with King
yeah,
Gambit.
yeah, in my slot as well. Based on the first four that based on the four that he brought, if I had had King Gambit instead of Scizor in both of my matches, it would have been much smoother for me. Because he brought Iron Bundle and Arcanine to both matches as the last two mons, and I'm just like, this is free real estate for King Gambit if King Gambit was here. But unfortunately, unfortunately, fucking Heatwave, dude, because our team doesn't do any damage to Amoonguss unless we hit it with the Heatwave. Like that's just facts. Our team doesn't do any damage to it outside of Heatwave, and I can't believe. I don't know. Why am I so unlucky? Like, I could forgive the first miss, right? I'm like, yeah, fair enough, 90% accurate move. But the fact it was back-to-back first turn miss Heatwave on Amoonguss is crazy.
Yeah, that's not fun. It
Like,
feels like your opponent like played that. They're like, oh yeah, I'll just lead it. It's fine. I'll dodge again, and you're just like, well,
yeah,
fuck.
literally. And I even adapted better the second time, because the first time I brought High Dragon Iron Moth, and I'm like, this could have been better into that lead, right? So the second time I bring Flutter and I'm like, haha, fuck up the Amoonguss first turn, and then I can fuck him up with the Power Gem the second turn. And yeah, it didn't pan out because I couldn't kill the Amoonguss. Because even a Shadow Ball did like just more than 50%. So it took 2 turns for Fluttermane to kill the Amoonguss. I was like, oh, this is so bad.
Yeah, I'm in the boat where I'm just like, I just feel like we don't have enough offensive pressure. Like, I feel so powerless to kill things designed to take damage. Like
Well, see, I think the thing is that like, I don't feel like I have too much trouble damaging Arcanine, for example. I don't feel like I have too much damaging, opposing Gasterons or anything like that. It's just specifically Amoonguss. We have one move on the entire team to hit Amoonguss, and it's not even guaranteed, and it's spread. Like, Amoonguss.
But I think his problem though, our offensive coverage is still just like, it's bad. Like, we just don't have. Like, again, I literally, like, I was fighting a Gallade, and I literally just had nothing to hit it without being like threatened of dying first. Like, maybe I could have played it better, and maybe I could have been a little bit more in my opponent's head and played his game plan and like.
Wait, so what was the Gallade set? Because isn't Fluttermane a good option into Gallade?
Yeah, but Fluttermane can't do anything when it's got no ability to hit it with fucking all single targets next to us Rage Powder. Like.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you suffer from the same thing as me. We don't have a way to kill Amoonguss.
Well, mine was Brute Bonnet that teared into poison, and I was like, bro, what the fuck?
Oh, right, yeah.
But yeah, no.
But yeah.
Yo, is it time for the fucking psychic Iron Moth, Lamel?
What changed Iron Moth into Psychic type instead of Grass type?
Well, no, isn't it gets the move psychic.
Or gets the move Psychic? I mean, we can still terrestrialize it into a.
But yeah, like, I don't know. I also think that maybe like I didn't bring Hydreigon to the match because they're all physical attackers. It felt like our Hydreigon set had no value, and there was a lot of mons that could one shot me, right? And even if I Terra Poison, Gallade can still one shot me. You know what I mean?
With the Psychic slash thingy.
Yeah, Psychic card. So it felt really bad. Like, it felt really fragile. Our bulky mon felt fragile, and I was like, I don't like that. And they had Steel Terror. Roaring Moon, which is the problem because it outsped my Iron Moth because it was speed boosted thinger. So it could snarl me before I could, because it was a snarl. It was a snarl breaking swipe, and I was like, bro, what the fuck is this? And it was just built to reduce my stats so that they can just like have its partner kill, and it was really good. And like the team was very obscure, so I had to figure it out as I went rather than knowing what their game plan would be.
In hindsight, maybe my answer to that match was to bring my own Amoonguss. Just because his like he also didn't have any resist to being put to sleep with Spore, right? And he obviously can't redirect by Amoonguss. I was just afraid of being immediately one hit by the Roaring Moon with flying Terra acrobatics, which is that would happen, right?
Hmm.
So I don't know, man.
It's time for Electric Terra Mungus. Again, this is kind of why I want the King Gambit, because King Gambit walls the shit out of that Roaring Moon. Like, the
Yes,
common Roaring Moon is the Dark and the
it
Flying,
was.
which...
Yeah, dark and flying. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Acrobatics draw lock. Like, and
Draw
then if
lock,
we
oh,
had
nice.
the only
Dream.
problem is that we still then suffer from Amoonguss puts him to sleep, and then that's the end. Like, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if we resist the damage. If we're asleep, we can't do anything back to the opponent.
Yeah, but you can
We
be
still,
like my opponent and just get turn one, wake up twice, and then you win the game. Because yeah, I would have won. I would have won game one like not easily, but I would have won game one if my opponent didn't get a one turn wake up. Which obviously there's that chance should be a thing, but it's in my favor, and it was, you know what I mean. That roll is in my favor, and I lost it.
yeah, like what? It's a 30% chance, or something like that.
Hmm.
20% chance.
But yeah,
First time wake up?
I also feel like definitely that Sizzle is like strong, but I'd rather like redesign the team, maybe even drop a Moongus, because a Moongus is kind of just there because like he can redirect memes. I feel like Hydreigon and Gastrodon give us all the coverage we need to the current
We don't
problematic
have
ones.
anyone set up. This is the thing, right? I don't feel like I want the redirection from Amoonguss because I don't have anyone who's next to Amoonguss setting up.
Hmm.
So
Like sometimes
potentially
it's great because I'm like, okay, cool. This Pokemon has this can one shot me, and I can just if I can get my attack off, it'll be great, and that's worked out a lot, right? But I don't feel like I need this mon. I don't feel like I would need Sizzle, and I'd rather go in King Gambit and then another mon. I wouldn't even hate redirection within Indeedee, but then it's obviously like Sucker Punch and Negative Synergy with Indeedee, but like, and then gives us a Trick Room option, which would be really cool. Or I reckon just a real Tailwind user, like no cap, like a real Tailwind user. Because I don't
Yes.
like having so many terms and conditions on my Tailwind.
yes. I definitely think that having a resist to Roaring Moon is good, and I think that a way to kill a Moongus would also be good. Because yeah, like I'm over Heat Wave now, man. Like in that last comp that we played, triple miss Heat Wave. This comp first match double miss Heat Wave. Like it's 90 accurate move, man. I'd expect one miss in a best of three.
Hmm.
The two back to back first
Yeah.
turns. It's that's
Nah, I
that's
feel
a that's a low percentage roll.
yeah. Like I
Semi-
still feel like Moth is really good, but I definitely kind of agree with the issues that you're having, and I feel like Flutter Mane isn't very like. I think one thing that I need to recognize, and maybe I'm not, I'm just behind the curveball, is that like people don't let Flutter Mane do anything. You see Flutter Mane, people double attack it almost all the time. So like I protected Iron Moth turn one, being like, oh, the fake out's probably coming, right? And in hindsight, I realized that it doesn't matter if the fake out rocks up. If the fake out happens, I'm winning, right? Because that means Flutter Mane will live to next turn. Whereas if the fake out doesn't happen, I'm gonna get, I'm gonna lose Flutter Mane, but at least Moth can swing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like it was the lesser of two evils was me getting hit with a fake out while Flutter Mane hit something, potentially knocking it out. Because what I wanted to do was not get rid of the thing. Honestly, I'm actually like playing through it now, and like memes aside, I'm so missing the idea of having like sand deleting mons that have fake focus sash. Like whether or not Lycanroc is part of that team, I think that T-Tart as a man who just says no fuck your focus sash feels so good to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because it just means someone like Pawmot means you don't have to commit a double into a Flutter Mane, a bundle, or a Pawmot, and Pawmot can't just live at 1 HP and then freaking what do you call it? Though, to be fair, again, if I did Heat Wave that first turn, fuck, I would have been in such an advantage. Pawmot probably would have been dead again if you guys were me hitting, and I would have done like 50% to the Roaring Moon, right? and it would have been a really good position. I think it just needed to make that read.
Scumbag Mega Salamence.
Yeah, dude.
Ugh.
Yeah. Again, I also don't like not having a resist to that move. I got no switch into that
Yeah.
move.
That's. Well, see, our team can tank one hit, but only if it's not boosted. As soon as he Dragon Dance, I lost at that point. It was the
Yeah.
fastest on the field, and it could one hit all of my mons. I was
Hmm.
just like, well, I just lose. And so like I mean, I understand it's not a great game plan for it to be kill Amoongus and then win, because clearly it didn't work for me. But the fact that I just got so hard fucked over by RNG in that match really I don't know, man. Leaves me salty. Like the fact, like I didn't play poorly as far as I could tell, because the rest of like my core four was good, barring the fact that it relied on a single move hitting Amoongus to deal like the 80-90% damage or whatever it is to get it to the point where I could then kill it with another move. And it's just very unfortunate that my game plan relying on a non 100% accurate move meant that I lost. And so, like, I get that you're not supposed to, like, if I was a good player, I wouldn't rely on that shit. But, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, I mean, I'd be keen to give the Lycanroc T-Tower another go.
Like I said, it doesn't really need to be T-Tar. Well, sorry, Lycanroc. But I think that T-Tar and just the value of saying, hey, focus dashes are banned, feels really good to me. Like, the idea that like sure you're gonna get a guaranteed attack. Congratulations, you're gonna die too. Like that's so huge to me.
Mm.
And also, I think there's a weakness in the lack of fake out and the ability to play into fake out. Like, how much I would love to be able to have a lead pair that lets me just yeetus deletus if there's a fake out lead. You know what I mean? Like, not have to worry about if I get hit. Like,
We do sort of have that. It's just that I wouldn't consider Gastron to be that that powerful, right?
To be fair though, leading Gastrodon to my opponent's lead wouldn't have been terrible. Like if I actually did go Gastrodon Flutter main, and like, because the thing was the Pawmot and Terra Steel are Roaring Moon, like Gastrodon Flutter main can just one shot the Pawmot, and then after that Gastrodon's not losing Speed F because of special attack as a Covert Cloak, and that Roaring Moon is going Steel type every day of the week because it can't afford to take the Flutter main Moonblast if I happen to click it on that instead. So like, there's that route of play, and maybe if I give it a little more time, I can see that. Because I definitely think that I'm not leading Gastrodon. I'm not comfortable enough to lead Gastrodon Scizor like without a little bit like I have too much hesitation to do it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't lead both of those two.
Not both of them, but I mean like I'm hesitant to put them in the front either of the front slots. You know?
Oh right, okay.
Which I think I feel a little less.
Knows all the time. Like if you look at your opponent's team and you see that there's things that will take damage from Scizor, it's free real estate to lead Scizor.
That's true.
Unless Arcanine, right? See, this is the thing, is that the main reason that I want to swap Scizor now, besides the resist to Roaring Moon, is that there's so much Intimidate. And I think that having a way to prevent being intimidated is probably a good idea.
I'm like clear amulet attacker and a defiant man. Like that's so much value there.
Also, not gonna lie, I'd be keen to drop Hydreigon to put in Arcanine into the team as the Snarler.
Yeah, dude. Like I like this Hydreigon, and it's very it does well, but I definitely think Arcanine freeing up like putting like okay, AV Hydreigon is great, but there's so many other mons that can be better with AV. You know what I mean? Like
yes, exactly. And I don't want to play a non-bulky version because I feel like he doesn't do enough damage outside. Like if he doesn't live 2 turns, I don't feel like his damage output is worth him being there.
Yeah,
like,
no, I get that. I think like because with Hydreigon is you either need someone he needs a friend to help him do the damage. Like he desperately needs someone to either clear his Draco debuffs or help him, like assist him in getting those crits. Like I still think he's really strong, but it needs to be a focal part of the team. We'd have to rebuild if we wanted to use Hydreigon. Which again, I'm not opposed to, because like I feel so bad. Like Flutter main feels so bad. It never feels like it hits hard enough for things. I'm always like, fuck, why am I doing 49% to everything? And then it's always getting so targeted.
It's so weird because you feel like with 130, whatever the hell it is, base stat, it'd be doing a ton of damage, but it's one of those mons where it's like, sure, it does enough damage, right? It doesn't have the Hydro Pump of Iron Bundle, right? It doesn't have that. I have a 110 base power move that if it hits you and you're not resisting it, you're probably dead. It doesn't have a move like that, which is unfortunate because I think that that's what's holding it back from doing the real amount of damage. And without access to a move like that, it means that you have to run a damage boosting item. And as soon as you do that, it becomes like the squishiest thing to exist ever. Also, not gonna lie, I'd be keen to try and build a Roaring Moon team. Like I was a Phantom to start with, and I was sad that it had a garbage moveset until everyone suddenly was like, oh yeah, Flying Terra Acrobatics Booster Energy, that's the thing. And now we have Mega Salamence at home, which I'm about because I like Mega Salamence.
I don't mind that. I'm pretty keen on it. I think that what I would want to do is I would probably want to do the same thing the other guy did and make it the speed variant, not the attack variant. Because obviously the attack variant is very strong, right? But the speed variant is not something you can see on an open team sheet.
True.
So attack variant is so common, and just by dropping our attack by 30%, right? Which is obviously
you say that, but I feel like 30% is a lot.
It is a lot. But isn't it so much better that you can more reliably set up Tailwind and you can outspeed Flutter main and then bundles?
True, like, but I mean, hang on. Oh yeah, I guess.
If you're really worried about that 30%, play a fucking power spot, fucking Stun Journal, dude. Because like I think the 50% speed matters more. Every other Paradox mod is using a speed boost or is faster than it. So being able to put on the speed boost yourself and be like, hey, you do not outspeed me. You cannot, icy wind me. You cannot moon blast me. I'm just gonna fuck you up. Like I think that feels pretty damn strong. I also am like becoming more and more appreciative of bundle because when I was playing a bundle team, I wasn't very afraid of the Roaring Moons because it's one of those I outspeed it, and
you're the super effective.
I can one shot it, and my one shot attack right is the same one shot attack whether it's Terran or not. It's still is the super effective move. I don't have to think left or right.
You know what's crazy?
You know what?
Probably, in my opinion, one of the best Watergrass fire cores at the moment is Bundle Arcanine Amoonguss. I'd be keen to run that as the core.
I'm keen to do that too.
And then slot in a Roaring Moon, and then
slot in some offensive demons, dude. Yeah, I'm down with that. We can start working on that later today when we get our 0-3 drop.
Not gonna lie, if I do go 0-3, like no wins and 3 losses, I'm pretty keen to just drop and start building a new team.
That's literally what I'm saying. Like I'm telling you, if it gets to like, if it's like any earlier than 11 when we decide, hey, you know what, let's tap out, then I'm there. I'm there with you to build a new team. Yeah, for sure.
Like this team looks so good on paper. It's just it has very few but very glaring weaknesses, and unfortunately, those glaring weaknesses mean we immediately lose.
Yeah, it's very no, and I also think our routes of play is very narrow, right? Like,
that's what I'm saying, right?
Our line to victory, it's a narrow corridor, right?
Yes,
and it's very easy. I feel like for my opponent to take one piece off the board, and then I can't recover from that one piece being missing. Whereas a lot of my opponents have just generic. Just raw power, where it's like, oh, I may not have the super effective hit, but I have this demon who hits like a fucking truck, right? And
Yeah.
and that like literally I got into a position where like my opponent took my Moth off the board, and I was like, I now lose to Roaring Moon because the rest of my team can't fucking touch it, cannot fucking touch it because it's Steel Terror, so Sizzle does nothing. Flutter
To be
Main
honest,
does
you're
minimal.
your the Iron Moth loses to the Roaring Moon anyway, right? Well, I guess yours was Steel type, which meant
Yeah.
that you were dealing super
Steel
damage.
type,
But like
steel type, and it wasn't
basic,
offensive.
the
Like
basic flying
like
type
that thing
thing,
couldn't one shot me. It was a snarl and breaking swipe only. It was supportive Roaring Moon, which I don't hate actually. Speed built supportive Roaring Moon that just says I negate your attack, I negate your special attack, or I think the only weaknesses to it is that thing absolutely sucks against a Defiant user because you can't attack.
yes. Yeah, I like the core four of Iron Bundle, Arcanine, and Moongus, Roaring Moon, and then finding some other things to fit in there. Because I think that's a really. I mean, obviously, I'd run an offensive Roaring Moon, not a defensive
Yeah,
Roaring
yeah,
Moon.
no, of course.
But yeah, I really like that there because then Arcanine feels that I need to disable a special attacker and I need to disable a physical attacker. Like the fact that he fills both of those roles is just amazing.
Oh, dude, if I had an Arcanine in that last game, I think I win because my opponent's team was entirely physical. So I could just play Arcanine. If I play Arcanine properly, then I just win. And I agree. Arcanine is so good in this current meta game. Like, as AV Arcanine is really, really strong. I'm also a fan of if we for some reason
Safety
felt we
goggles?
wanted the
I'm a fan of
Arcanine
safety
somewhere
goggles.
else, like Safety Goggles is also still I think really, really good. Having access
Well, I guess
to
it depends
protect
on if you
Willow.
want to run. See, yeah. Well, so this is the thing, right? If we want to run protect, if we prefer extreme speed over protect, I'm team assault vest. But if we prefer it the other way, I'm team safety goggles. I think, just because being like, if we're gonna run four offensive moves, then obviously the assault vest makes more sense than the safety goggles. But if we are gonna run the protect, then I think having Arcanine as our anti-Amoonguss mon is potentially good. Just because Amoonguss can't.
I almost feel like if it depends on how we build the team, obviously, but I think the validity of like Flare Blitz, Extreme Speed, Willow, Protect is also there. Like, if you will, like so many mons you can just shut down with a Will-O-Wisp, right?
So many ones you can just shut down with a snarl. This meta
But it's true.
game.
But think of it, Jeremy. There's like 4 or 5 good special attackers in the game.
I know, but
now.
they're in every team. They're in every team.
You're right, but like you have 1 or 2 in every team where the rest of them is all physical attackers. Like I think Will-O-Wisp has just as much validity as Snarl, right? Because you shut down offensive pressure, you have residual damage, and like you can run Flare Blitz, Snarl, Willow, Protect. That's a thing. The mod becomes a little bit too defensive though. Whereas I feel like the value proposition of and I'm only saying this because like if Assault Vest doesn't belong anywhere else in the team, then I'm definitely team 4 attack Assault Vest. But I think there's a lot of great mons out there that can be put on the team with an Assault Vest. Right? Like the King Gambit. Okay, Assault Vest King Gambit is fantastic.
Yeah.
And I think that like if we build our team in a way that we aren't afraid of Iron Hands, yeah, then we're fine. But also, Terra Fairy, Terra Blast, King Gambit beats Iron Hands. So that is an option that we have access to.
Oh, that's interesting, actually.
Mm-hmm.
When's our next round? Ages away, isn't it? I lost so fast.
Yeah, Sam, I also fast a quick tour. It's supposed to be like 15 minutes from now, when the next round or the round end is. But yeah, I don't know. This team isn't bad, but I feel like the more I play it, the more the glaring weaknesses are coming to the forefront.
Yeah.
And the more I realize that all my games are too hard fought, right? Like, and I heard this discussion that people were talking about, right? Where sometimes you need a team that can take games without brain cells, right? Like you need to because if you want to play for the whole day in Pokemon for the entire day, like 10 rounds, right? 10 hours of Pokemon.
Yeah.
You can't have a team that needs
That
to be
requires a
piloted
lot of mental
through
agility.
yeah. Like it needs to not feel like you're taking a fucking plane through a tunnel in GTA, right? You need to be able to be like, cool, I can hit the autopilot button and this team is a unit, right? In certain positions. You can just have that mode accessible, not play it game 1 or game 2 and then switch to it game 3 and then just go broke when your opponent least expects it. Just, have a team that doesn't require like mental gymnastics, right? And I think that like this team does. This team is good, but it requires the mental gymnastics. And I think like I don't know about you, but I reckon like even the last day that we played this at the locals, first match I felt useless. My brain was like not warmed up. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, and I was like, this team feels really bad. And I go at the second game with myself having that warm up match. I'm kind of in the Pokemon mode now, and I'm able to see the lines of play. But it barely lasted me 4 rounds, right? Because it's like the mental gymnastics. So I think like a little bit more of a brain dead team would feel good. And again, I definitely do like the Roaring Moon thing. Flying offensive is still really, really strong.
Yes. Yeah, dude. Fucking Mega Salamence at home is definitely a threat.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go grab a drink. I will be back.
Yeah, I might go. I have water here, but it's not cold. Sad. I don't know. Not a good outlook for the stream so far, which is the tournament so far. But it's just one game. Who's to say I don't go 7 wins from here on out? Because I was playing an unorthodox team as well, so I think that like I don't know. I struggle to put a lot of thought into things in the game 1 and make the right decisions. And again, I had a situation where I clicked too fast. I was like, I started clicking and I was like, hey, maybe this is the correct thing to do, and I didn't do it, which it happens a lot, and that's my weakness, and we need to work it out. But yeah, we'll see. I don't mind the idea of building a new team because it feels it's a little bit clunky. It's scary to my opponent, but it's clunky.
You know what I think I might try?
What?
In the next, like, if my opponent leads the same, like, I'm gonna just fuck me up strat. I'm gonna try and drop his special special defense by 2 stages and kill it with something else.
Yeah, dude, that's probably reasonable.
After rely on the freaking heat wave hit.
Yeah, dude, because I think that's one thing I didn't do, right? And I think that's one thing that's been consistent throughout most of my other games. That match, I brought a lot of the physical presence of the team, right? And so once, like, okay, it was one of those games where it's like once Flutter was dead, Moth is not supporting anyone. It almost feels really bad to bring, because I brought Amoonguss and Sizzle, and that felt wrong, right? Because the team didn't function with the 2 of them, and then like also Flutter being frail god that everyone wants to murder in one shot. It's like the team flow was not there. But yeah, like not clicking acid spray was definitely a thing that if I had done that and been in a position to be able to do that, it could have gone a lot differently.
Yeah, like I mean, I don't know the calcs of, -2 special defense and Amoonguss taking a hit from Shadow Ball, but I would hope that it does a good amount of damage. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it was... I'm just annoyed that I didn't even get to have a fun match, because it was literally just, from the first turn, I had lost.
Yeah.
In both games, that like there was not, like, I was immediately at the point of, I can't win anymore. Because he still had his redirector at near full HP, and he just boosted his attacker. So I was like, okay, so I still have to get rid of his redirector, but now his primary attacker can one-hit my whole team. So,
dude, I don't even hate doing our own Dragon Dance, Roaring Moon and putting Tailwind on someone else, but Tailwind on it is obviously very, very strong. I'm also keen if we're redirect heavy, bringing like a protectless version with Tailwind and Thinger. It might be a little bit silly, but I think it's like kind of cool. potential. But yeah, I don't know. I also want to put Fake Out on the team if I can. Like I don't like not having one.
It's fair.
But
That
anyway,
is fair.
I think what we should do, right? Instead of let's take after this, right, or even between rounds, let's take all our ideas and put them in incomplete teams, right, with like 4 mons that we think are really strong, and then sit on them, and then reevaluate all of these like partially built teams after Orlando, and see, hey, which one do we think plays best into the things that we expect to see after Orlando?
When does Orlando start?
Very soon, a couple of hours.
Couple hours? Cool.
Like actually, yeah, it will start like late tonight because they should be about 18 hours behind us. The guy who's it's 2 a.m. for, like he obviously it's a very similar time for them in Orlando.
Maybe he's in Orlando.
Yeah, getting that last minute practice in, yeah, dude. Alright, keep it next round. Hopefully, can get a W.
Yes. Yes, I'm hoping that I win. I don't know, man. I'm pretty shook now. I'm pretty shook. Like all my faith in Heatwave has gone out the window now, and I reckon that even when it's still the most optimal play, I'm going to be like, but do I click it? And that's not good news for my mentality.
I realized I had the team in my party when I went to play the first match, and I was like, oh, better move those guys so I don't accidentally click it when I start doing the match. You know what I mean? Another thing I was thinking about when you were going was that our team is very tunnel vision into what we expect to see, and when we see things we don't expect to see, we don't have options. Like, we're like, yeah, Sizzle's so great into Flutter main, but the amount of things that Sizzle just might as well be a Pokédoll is kind of insane.
That's fair.
And so I'm like, I'd rather worsen my matchup against Flutter main, which I'm already outspeeding the majority of with my Moth, you know, in order to have a mon that's more generically good. Because I can't stand it. I can't stand being in a position where I'm like, I can't touch this mon. It's like, it's so frustrating, and it's like, cool, I didn't play like the exact way that I needed to, and it's like, okay, cool. But again, like the line to victory is so narrow with this team, especially when it's not.
I think the problem is
that like top 6 mons in the metagame.
I think the problem is that it's less about Scizor not being good and more that we built the team so heavily around it being an optional pick, but then ended up being a must always bring. You know, like
this is true. Yeah,
it was one of those things where it's like, okay, we're bringing Iron Bundle, Flutter Mane, Hydreigon, and then one of the other 3. But it ends up being, okay, we're bringing Iron Moth, and then maybe Hydreigon, and then 2 of the other 3. And that's not how a team is supposed to work, right?
Yeah.
We're supposed to rely on the 3 damage dealers and then bring a support depending on what we need to beat. But it always ends up being we're bringing multiple supports and only half the damage dealers. And I think that's one of the issues, is that we put too many supportive options on the team, which then meant that we had to bring too many supportive options to matchups.
Oh, 100%, dude. Like I said, we lose one. Like, okay, here's the thing: we need the capacity to have mons that are threatening offensively in 4 of the slots. Right? Like, my old team building philosophy was I go burr damage. And then there's the 2 slots of I go burr and I damage. 2 slots of I'm the support, and that's basically it. And then 2 slots of I am damage that's hard to kill. Like, I'm a piece that's hard to get off the board. I'm not necessarily going to go first every time, but it still makes me, I'm still hard to remove. Like a freaking assault vest user, or a fucking, you know what I'm talking about, right? And so that way you pick, a mixture of like 3 of the first 4, and then one of the supports, whichever one is more relevant to the strategy that we're going to play. Because I don't want to be bringing, like, I don't want to be in a situation where I'm bringing, like, Indeedee and a Moongus at the same time, right? Because it's like, okay, cool, my offensive pressure is so reliant on 2 Pokemon And again, once you take one piece off the board, if they have a resist to the other piece, it's game over, which is what I felt in that last match.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, her Dragon puts as much damage as most, but more damage than most without a boost. But he's not very easy to navigate as well with the commonality of Fairy and the require. I think like Fairy and fighting are so common, and having to Terra in front of those all the time means that our other mons are then limited to not having the Terra. And we have a lot of mons that rely on defensive Terra as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm keen. Like I said, I'm keen for King Gambit. I think it's worse in this metagame, but I still think it's very good, especially like with like Terra Fairy, Terra Blast can be the spice that makes the Iron Hands match up like workable. I saw some variants of Flutter Moth with like the Goldengo and King Gambit together, and I was like, wild, spicy. Also, you know what I realized today that I found really interesting? Extreme Speed outspeeds Rage Powder.
Yes.
Like it's so cool.
Because it's the highest priority. Well, besides protect, it's the highest priority remove, right?
No, there are other stuff that higher prior, but the two like E Speed and Dingo are the same priority.
Yeah.
So obviously, Dragonite outspeeds Amoonguss all the time. Obviously. How many matches are unplayed? Are still being played? I don't think any.
What?
I think all matches are finished, so we should be starting the next round soon.
Woo! Still on the page it says please wait for organizer to start next round.
Oh wait, no, there's one still going. Number 22, table 22, is still going. But it should be time on the round.
Which is the... I hate so much that Limitless VGC isn't the correct...
Yeah, it's called Limitless TCG, yeah.
It's Limitless TCG has the Pokemon video game on it, but it's very difficult to navigate to the correct place on Limitless TCG because everything it directs you to is the card game. Just like fuck.
Yeah, because Limitless TCG I think was a site that kind of came into popularity for people to play TCG comps on while in lockdown, right? I think that's what that way that became popular. So it started as specifically for TCG, and then everyone was like, "Hey, this is actually better." The way that they saw their info and everything.
But I mean, like, there is actually a VGC page. It's just that it's not like it doesn't carry the regular comps. That all the comps that are run through it are still run through the TCG page, despite being.
Is there a Limitless VGC? I don't think that exists.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, Limitless VGC. It tracks all of the global competitions, but. Sorry, all of the
right.
But no one runs their basic ass competitions through it. So
because this isn't a this is just a database of information for VGC. This isn't the platform for running comps. You can't run a comp on this platform. You can literally see the events, the official events. You can see the people, the players, the Pokemons, the teams, but there's no actual competitions run through this page.
Yeah, right.
Like when Goldengo 61% usage in VGC Series 1.
Oh shit.
What?
Mr. Burns running a Perish Trap Flutter main. That's kind of crazy, not gonna lie. Looking at the Nino Scarlet Violet numbers, competition 64. The top player is running Perish Trap, Flutter main, and Gothitelle. Oh. Go to match. shit, you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Ready to get wrecked.
Alright, let's see what I'm versing. I'll close this ragdoll team now. Okay, so this is a team that's more standard, and I think that... Oh, this is a Flareblitz, Snarl, Willow, Protect, Arcanine that I'm about to go up against. This is like meta. I'm versing metagame the team, so this should...
Oh, best Great Tusk!
Where you're versing AV Great Tusk?
Oh shit. Terra Ground, Roaring Moon with Earthquake. What the hell is this?
Yeah, no, I've seen that before. I've seen people use
What the hell
that.
is this? Oh shit, it's the Booster Energy bundle. That's scary. Imprison Trick Room Farigiraf to protect the bundle from getting priority smacked. That makes sense. It's a scary team.
Alright. I think it's definitely time. Good luck, good sir. Hopefully we'll do better this round.
Yes, good luck to you as well.
Alright, let's get this show on the road. Right. I've sent them their code request. Hopefully they'll see it and thing. Close this. Oh, he's got another code. One, 4, 7, 1. Mine's easy to type, but it's whatever. Alright. Good luck to me. Interesting covert looking Mungus. With a Jawlock breaking swipe thingo. Go Organical, luckily no curse. My nerves. Alright. Okay, breathe. It's fine. Calm down. Alright. The Flutter mod leads feels really obvious. I know Gastrodon needs 3 in the back, and I feel like potentially Moth Scissor is really good here. The only problem is Arcanine is really bad. Like that's really bad against Arcanine. Which I'm not a fan of. Is Scissor particularly good? It's good against Bundle. It's good against... It kind of gets walled by Iron Hands and Amoonguss, so maybe Scissor isn't good here. Maybe Moth Hydreigon. And then... Gastrodon for sure. Amoonguss doesn't feel necessary. Nor does it feel very good. So maybe it's Miss Magic, Chris Magi's in the back? I don't know. None of it feels right, but we'll go with it. Hydreigon's going to be a pretty cool component here. It really just depends on what my opponent leads, and they could very well lead the Arcanine, they could very well lead the Bundle, they could very well lead the thing. They have lots of very varied leads, which is problematic for us. But I don't think we need Tailwind. Maybe Tailwind was something I should have brought because they don't have it, and it would have given us speed advantage against everything. But I think our speed is good enough. As is, I think Iron Hands is probably something we're okay with. We see Bundle Moon. Okay, Bundle Moon is good for us. Because, yeah, it's just Focus Sash Bundle. Attack boost. Okay, cool. We get our speed boost. I feel kind of okay just Heat Wave and Snarl. Do I Terra Ground here in case of the Icy Wind? I don't think so. I don't feel threatened by Breaking Swipe either. Like, if they go for Breaking Swipe, I'm in a better position than otherwise. Let's just go for the Snarl. We see an immediate Trash Slides. This is probably going to be flying Terra Booster, Terra Roaring Moon. It is because they want to get rid of the potential of them getting Earthquaked. Sorry, Draco Meteor by Earthquake. We have the Heat Wave pop off. Decent damage across the board. We do see a Hydro Pump. Unfortunate. The option to click. They might have even Acrobatics that slot too. If I'm being honest. Yeah, it looks like they did to cover both options. Makes sense. I did a lot of damage. I mean, crit Roaring Moon, not really meaningful. And now we are in a position now where we have one of our biggest threats off the missing from the board. But I think we're okay because we can bring in Fluttermane here. We can't get faked out. We can just protect for the turn. They bring in Arcanine, okay. I think Roaring Moon protects his turn, and so I kind of want to go for the double into Arcanine. Like if we go like this, I don't think Roaring Moon wants to attack here because it is going to get one shot. And I think they want to Snarl so they can potentially live a hit. So we're going to go for the double into the Arcanine. Or do we just go into the Roaring Moon? Like we'll just spread our options. Hit the Roaring Moon and we'll go for the Earth Power into the Arcanine. That way we guarantee the Earth Power. It might even be E-Speed honestly off of the thinger. Okay, Moon does protect. I had the right read before. And if actually, oh no, he doesn't have E-Speed. That's good for me. So unfortunately we messed this up and we had the read and we just were too afraid to go for it. We go for the Earth Power. Yeah, the double would have been a kill. I think I lived the Snarl, which is really huge for us. So now we can go for Gem here. I think Gem still picks up the KO, honestly. And then we go for an Earth Power. But yeah, doubling into the Arcanine was correct. I should have seen it coming. I was a little worried about the Protect from Arcanine if they read my read, but I think I might have been reading into it too much. Okay, so there goes the Roaring Moon. And here comes Iron Hands. There's absolutely nothing. We get the Earth Power. Shy of a crit, we don't do anything here. Okay. Peaky Berry. Basically, man, we did nothing anyway. I see a Flare Blitz. This kills me now. Damn it. I lose. Yep, one misread made me lose that. It's really unfortunate because I needed that. I needed Fluttermane for the thing. Because now Fake Out just kills. And Gastro can't 2v1 here. The best thing I have is do this. And then... EP again, that's all I got. But they'll just fake out the... Yep. They fake out the Hydreigon. And then once they start Drain Punching, I think it's over. We'll keep clicking, we'll see. But like, I can't kill the Roaring Moon. I don't know why they keep clicking Snarl, because it's not doing any damage. Yeah, it's over. I mean, technically I can outpace them. But I still don't beat the, Right, now we have a chance. I'm gonna go for every chance I have. They keep clicking Snarl. It's not a terrible idea. Okay, we're gonna knock down one. Everything felt fine there, but yeah, it's genuinely a case of Fluttermane is a bad Pokemon. I feel like I just can't pick up anything right now. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not in the right mindset to be playing right now. I don't know what it is. I just can't see the line, man. I genuinely think that I shouldn't have second guessed myself and I should have doubled the Arcanine. If I doubled the Arcanine, what a different game that was. I think I'm leading Fluttermane Hydreigon this time. I don't even know. Wait, they brought Arcanine. Okay, no, we know what 4 they brought. They didn't bring Garganical. Maybe I should have been smart and not brought Gastrodon, but I think, again, it's one of those things where I need to prioritize getting Roaring Moon off the board. If Roaring Moon is off the board, Gastrodon wins 1v1 against most of their team. Because they don't have... Yeah, Gastrodon wins 1v1 against their entire team except Roaring Moon, so I need to position that. And try and do it without terrestrializing, because it's Fire Terror is what I need to be able to do that to beat the entire team. So they go for Iron Hands and Iron Bundle. The bundle is threatening, honestly. I'm just going to double the Hariyama. We see the Terra immediately. So I'm assuming it's Terra Grass, Iron Hands. Yeah, okay. I'm not... I feel like Pokemon Showdowns make me play like this dog water. It's fine. I might just get freeze dried in that slot, which is not fun. Icy Wind, okay. I think Snarl to break Focus Sash was the click I should have made there. Alright, we're gonna go for Protect because we're gonna get it targeted. Do I really just let Hydreigon go down here? I can Terra... maybe I just have to Terra Poison. Let's just Terra Poison. And go off. Because the Snarl breaks the Sash from the bundle. Attack with the Magius, yeah. Sorry, Fluttermane. freeze dry, yeah, as I expected. So I couldn't have switched Gastro into that, which I thought about for a second. Now the drain punch will be what hits me, and it'll do nothing. They did a lot to bundle. A lot to bundle. That still does so much damage, even when resisted. Fuck me. Okay. I feel like we just drop a Draco on Iron Hand and see how much it does. We live Drain Punch. Okay, Bundle does protect. That's unfortunate because I did just target it. Potentially the double into Iron Hands won that position. They might be going for they might be killing the bundle here. So the Flutter main here. Still does nothing then. Yeah, the wild charge yet. I think they weren't confident on the KO, so they went for that play, which is, it makes sense. It's a good play. But now I can go into Iron. Think about I can switch into Gastrodon here too to reset my stats, or even just Snarl. I can even just Snarl in this position, just so whatever comes in takes no damage. But I think I do switch into Gastro just to reset my thingos, because once bundle is out of the picture, and it also covers the bundle attempting to hydro pump me. It looks like they didn't switch because they might have switched Iron Hands because it is slower. They did withdraw Iron Hands. Let's see what comes out. Arcanine, okay. This is fine. We're going to do no damage to the Arcanine, but our positioning could be decently managed. Bundle does go down. We got a crit on the Arcanine. Probably doesn't matter. We're very much in a position where like we need to play our Moth really, really well in order to succeed here. Roaring Moon comes out. Okay. Roaring Moon comes out. Okay, protect. Let's see what they go for. No terror from them, which is surprising. Acrobatics, yes, pings into the thinger. Nice. Oh, no terror because I can't terror anymore. Snarl, we protect that from 1, and then Gastrodon's stats don't get lowered. We just take a minuscule damage. We overpower. How much does it do? Please don't be berry range. It's not berry range. That's amazing. I'm happy to take 1 Snarl in this position. I don't think the non-terror acrobatics kills me. I just realized I triggered the berry. I got a burn. That's huge. Triggering the berry wasn't very smart. I probably should use acid spray there. Okay, I would live either way. That's fine. That's good. Snarl. Okay, I would have lived either way. No worries. No need to feel like a criminal for that burn. And we do take out the Arcanine. The burn might have saved us in this game. I don't think I need any more health. We'll see how we feel about the additional health. But the calcs might be a thing. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to not run. We have to protect Iron Moth here because we can't take the fake out. And then we're going to go for an Earth Power. Or do we just go for a double protect? Yeah, double protect. It's super safe. They can't set up on me. And that means they can't double into Gastro for health or damage. Just because like they have no value here. It's click fake out. We just stall this one turn. So we see the fake out. Doesn't do anything. And then see who they're doing to target with Roaring Moon. Goes for Acrobatics again into this time. Okay, they're doubling into the Moth. Okay. So Gastrodon could have done something really powerful there, and it's unfortunate we didn't get a chance to, but it's fine. Now we're just gonna go for the Heat Wave again. Hopefully connect on the Iron Hands, and then we're going to go for the Roaring Moon with the Earth Power. Okay, it's not Flying type. This should take out Iron Hands because this is super effective. Yeah, definitely the previous turn, clicking, knowing that the Arcanine wasn't in berry range, clicking the thingo. So, okay, if I didn't burn him, he would have significantly more HP. But I think I still win this. He would have near double the HP he has right now, and I would have a dead Moth. But I think we would have still won that. Okay, and then we Acid Spray, and then we burn. Earth Power. So okay. So obviously the burn was really lucky for me. But I will say that interestingly enough, like I don't know if anyone who was watching or listening into mine and Jeremy's conversation about the battle, previous round, the chance for this move to burn and the chance for this move to miss is the same, right? So you should have the same amount of these each occurring, and I bet you Jeremy's got 0 burns and 2 misses, while I have 2. Well, mine is kind of close. It's 2 burns and 1 miss. Okay, so the Acrobatics comes off. There's nothing again because it's burned. It wouldn't have killed me anyway. And then Earth Power finishes off. Okay, so good game 1 there. Very, very lucky on my part. I think I managed to play out of a pretty bad situation. So the first game goes to me. What a weird experience. So if you guys don't know what's happening, me and my opponent, we accidentally recorded our match result wrong in the the thingamabob. I think one of us must have misclicked the wrong game. So I won. So they won game one. I won game two. One of us must have misclicked the wrong game and gave me the win on both. So we're just trying to get it to be fixed so that way it's 1-1. Okay, we're back in it. Admin just had to come in and reset the time. Sorry, reset the score so we could report it properly. Don't know why I keep doing that. Going back in and out. All right, let's see if we can pick up another game. Hopefully, get us the match win. That'll be a big confidence booster. I feel like I played that game pretty damn well. This time, I think maybe Moth Hydreigon lead is once again something I want to try out. Like, because Flutter Hydreigon did really well for sure. I think Moth Hydreigon, and I need to look at my opponent and think, what's he gonna do? I need to focus on that. Understand my opponent's game plan. Okay, so forcing the Terror though, I think this was still a really strong lead. Forcing the Terror from Old Mate was really strong. I think it is just the top 3 in Gastro. I don't think Sizzle is very good here. It can be good against the Roaring Moon in certain situations, but I don't feel like it's that good. Breaking Swipe is a thing that will blow my attack as well. I think I almost want to do the same lead, but maybe I just go... Late game Moth felt good though. I want to do late game Moth again. Let's do the same lead. They're probably going to adapt to it. But it still felt really strong at the beginning. Just forcing the Terror out of hands turn 1 was really good. Let's see what they do. Bundle and Moon. Okay. I much feel like this is correct. Just breaking the sash with the snarl feels fine here. They might not double into the Flutter main expecting to protect, but we'll see what they do here. I think it's gonna be a attack into Flutter main with like an acrobatics and an icy wind. That feels like the correct play from my opponent. It'll give him a speed advantage and allow them to knock me out. Okay. Roaring Moon protects as well, so it's going to be Icy Wind Snarl is what's happening here. Connects, doesn't do a lot of damage. Unfortunately, the speed drop is obviously here. No connect there. For a second, I thought I missed the bundle, and I was going to be really sad. Alright. That's not too bad. I almost feel like I want to double protect here, because otherwise I'm going to get knocked out. Alternatively, the switching, either switching gets me killed too. I don't like it, but I might have to do it. And then we go for a Dark Pulse on the bundle to knock it out, because they have to Icy Wind again with bundle. They might protect bundle, but that at least leaves me in a good position with Gastrodon. Okay, so it looks like they're going to Terrestrialize flying on their Roaring Moon. Yep. Okay, that's good because in the my Moth, sorry, my Flutter Mane in the back does really well here. Moth and Flutter Mane in the back do well here once I get rid of the bundle. Yep. So we see another Icy Wind, Hydreigon's half speed. That's fine. Acrobatics, please tell me you're going into the Gastro slot. Yes, it is the Gastro. We do live that, which is huge for us. And then we get rid of the bundle. So now we have the fastest Pokemon in the game. Iron Hands comes out. It's fine. I think we just protect an Earth Power. Yeah. Expected. Breaking Swipe. Nice. Just going for the decent AoE damage. It's a lot of damage, actually. Okay, so now I'm in a position where I think I'm happy just to go Earth Power and Earth Power. Is that weird? They can only take one out. They're probably going to take out the Hydreigon. But they go for the Gastro. Okay. They must be wild charging here then. Unless they're going to go for a slow switch with the Volt Switch, or they do Drain Punch. I might live that. I do live that. That's crazy. That's crazy good for me. Because I think I go into Flutter Mane. And then I can double into the Iron Hands. I can safely double into the Iron Hands. There could be a switch out here, which would probably be into Arcanine, which is still going to do a lot of damage. So we're just going to do it. I think the Roaring Moon might protect here. Yes, Roaring Moon protects us. This is a good double on my part. We might even get the KO here. Oh, I think we get the KO here. That's a massive KO for us. That's a massive KO for us. Because I think if the last one is Arcanine, we win in the end game. It is Arcanine. Okay. This might be crazy, but I think I want to do Power Gem on this slot, and I want to switch. Because I think its Snarl's coming. And I want to be able to outspeed the Arcanine, and it doesn't have E-Speed. And they're not going to double protect Roaring Moon. There might be a play, honestly, but I think this is better. Keeping our speed up. We get SP. Look how small my Moth is. It's actually kind of insane. Power Gem. How much is this gonna do? Half. Good. It goes to Acrobatics, takes me to Sash. But Acrobatics knocks me out. And then Snarl, I guess. Snarl, okay. So this game isn't won yet, and maybe that switch did throw for me, because now I'm a 1 HP mon. Okay. Their safest play might be protect Roaring Moon, and then go for the kill. So I'm gonna do this. This could be insane, but I want to go for it. Because there's a chance I still kill even after the special attack drop. They don't. Okay, I might lose now. Oh, I definitely lose now. There's no damage. And then Flare Blitz knocks me out. Yeah, fuck. Okay, unfortunate end game there. They snarled again. Okay. Yeah, I should have seen that one. I should have seen that one coming. It was safe to click Snarl again. Let's just get rid of the Roaring Moon. We need a crit here, though, which is unfortunate. We need 2 crits to kill. To kill both. Till we lose. Okay, GG. Yeah, not being able to protect. Maybe the Moth switch was incorrect. Like, maybe doing that was really bad, because I could have put pressure on with Moth. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to waste time. I thought I would do more damage to the Roaring Moon, and it was incorrect. So really unfortunate there. Let's throw some GGs. Okay. Alright, looks like Jamry's not done yet, which is kind of crazy. I'm probably just gonna go quickly get a drink or get a snack or something, and I'll be back in a minute. And we are back. Is Jeremy back from his game? No, he's still going. Either that or he's still muted for no reason. I don't know, man. Off to a really bad start. I think, yeah, I could have won that game. And I was just thinking to myself as well before, like game two, if I had stayed on Hydreigon and let him go with the let him. I shouldn't have switched anyway, man. Knowing that, I don't know what was going through my head. It was incorrect every day of the week, man. It was every incorrect because like, if Arcanine clicks Snarl, which is its best click because it breaks Sash and it kills Hydreigon and puts it in a 1v1, we would have been great. Um, sorry, that's like their best click every single day of the week. So what I should have done was stayed in, let old mate go down, and then had the Moth Thingo full power combo going off. They would have done so much damage to Thingo. Arcanine wouldn't have been able to take out two of them. And then it's Acid Spray for the win from there. Like, Acid Spray spam for the win while they're snarling at me. Like, it's I win that. So it's really unfortunate that I misplayed that so badly. I feel like I played the first half so well, and that one turn was like just the pivotal point. And now we're just on tilt running up and down mountains. I don't know. It should have been the game there. Because, like, I'm thinking back on it, like, I can't even remember if I protected that turn or not. I probably because yeah, they acrobatics me. If I didn't get acrobatics, I was fine, you know? But yeah, I was expecting the Snarl, thinking, oh yeah, I can take one Snarl, it'll be fine. Because if I put myself in a position where Hydreigon, because this is what I was banking on, right? I wanted to put myself in a position where Hydreigon 1v1'd the Arcanine. And then it was up to Moth to kill the thinger, the Roaring Moon. But I should have, like, because what I wanted, it's so hard to say, right? It's really, really difficult to say. But I think what the play that I made was very risky and relied on Arcanine, what do you call it? Because I think Arcanine recognized that it 1v1 the Flutter main. And that's why they were like, let's deal with a friend. And I should have done the same. I should have tried to deal with the Arcanine and 1v1 the Roaring Moon. Well, I don't know. Well, actually, no, we already know that Roaring Moon, like Boosted Roaring Moon, does not one-shot me. Oh, but that one was yeah, that one was Terra. It needs to be Terra. If it's not Terra, it doesn't one-shot. But that was Terra, so it would have one-shot the Moth. And Moth doesn't do as much damage as a Power Gem, unfortunately. Oh man, I see it now. The correct play there was for me to protect. And then you do the generic strategy of Acid Spray memes. Like, oh, but then even then, like, the timing was wrong because they just, like, they can protect Roaring Moon that turn and then get a lot of value out of a Snarl, right? But also at the same time, it's reasonable for them to have just clicked an attack, knowing that even if Roaring Moon goes down, they take someone. Oh no! They would have had to protect Roaring Moon there. They couldn't have let it happen. And I could have then just done Acid Spray Power Gem onto the Arcanine instead. If they made the read, if they read my read and then for the other thing, it would have been different. But yeah, I don't know. A heavy sigh of sad. But again, it's that same thing of we have to try too hard to win with this team. It is not a turn your brain off and win team, and that's what you need. If you can't turn your brain off with some of the matches that you play, then it's over. And I genuinely, like, this stream ends when I lose one more game. Like, it is now play till you lose. Because if I go 3-0, I'm done. I'm just done. If I go 1-3, I'm done. I have no desire to play this team anymore because it feels like Struggle Street. And after seeing that, I quite like that that version of Arcanine. Willow Protect, like Flare, Willow, Snarl. Feels really, really good, and potentially even maybe having a defensive Terra against specific Pokemon that might normally bin you. But also, like, Fire Terra Flare Blitz does a lot of damage, so we can rely on that as our damage source. There's a lot of things to think about with that mon. I think I really like playing Arcanine, I will. I don't know what I want to do between matches, which is Sag. Let's shrink this a little bit. I need to see the whole thing. I had my Discord full screen. It didn't need to be. Okay. Yep, I'm definitely feeling the demotivation wave. But it is what it is. Let's just do some raids while we wait. My teammate can wait 5 minutes. We'll just solo raids only. That way we don't have to get stuck in them. Let's save. Yeah, I'm just disappointed. I think that looking back on it, leaving Hydreigon and letting it die was fine. I think I banked too heavily on the fact that Hydreigon was valuable against Thingo, against Arcanine. Losing my Moth to one hit was like really bad. Moth was my win con and I let it go, and I think that again, like I said, my opponent made the read, right? Like if they didn't, like they literally actively clicked on Hydreigon. Which obviously won the game for them. I think I can just do this, right? Wait, no, not that. These hands, yeah. Let it go. It made a misclick. I think, yeah, because if I just spammed attacking against the, or did alternated attacking, obviously attack turn 1 and then alternate, I would have had it. I would have had it for sure. If the Roaring Moon could protect that turn, and I would have won, because I would have let the Hydreigon go. Not I would have won, but I would have had a better time. I would have let Hydreigon go down and protect Flutter main to make sure I'm full power, and they have to risk double protecting to keep the thing alive, and then I win from there. Unfortunately, yeah. Again, you're not gonna win every game, man, and that's just the reality. You gotta move on. What is this? Oh, charges. Never mind, this is normal. I was like, why are those charging my moveset? Took me a hot second to realize that things were actually correct. Hopefully Jeremy's winning. They're definitely on a game 3. They wouldn't be taking this long if they weren't on a game 3, so we'll see what happens with him. Drain punch. I'm gonna live. I was worried. Big damage. That was a crit too, damn. Oh, so I thought this was rock type. I could have sworn this raid symbol was rock type. Unless I'm misremembering the symbols. Take the outrage. And then... Ooh, he's confused. That still does nothing, man. That's crazy how much defense it gets off to trash slicing. That is still a +6 drain punch. The ally Haxorus is using freaking scary face. Like what? Should be a full heal, yeah? Yeah, it is. Nice. Question is, am I terrible yet? I am. Game over. As long as it doesn't clear my stats right now, I think I kill. Yeah, give me a sec, guys. Yo, what's up? Yeah, I can do that. Okay, we're back. No cool raid rewards, unfortunately. Just kind of keep an eye out for next round. Is his round really still going? I'm gonna have a look so I can find Jeremy's match in the bracket. Oh, he won. Nice. He must just be AFK, maybe having dinner or something. Alright, time warp, I guess, and then we'll do another 6-star raid. I hate that it scrolls and doesn't automatically go to the next thing. Why is my game thinking it's a second? I'm gonna adjust that time after this raid. Ice type shortage isn't particularly bad, so maybe I'll try to catch one of those real quick too. Oh, so yeah, I could have sworn that raid was that symbol, the rock symbol, not the steel symbol. This will be easy. I can do the same thing. Just belly drum, iron hands, and then you go pop. Good, it's 4-star too. The reason I say good, it's 4-star because it makes it much easier. Fuck man, what a box of shinies that I have, dude. Crazy. Okay, let's keep an eye on the bracket. The top price for the event is $640. Not bad. I'm not getting it, but it's not bad. Alright. Well, I guess the 5-star ones are good because getting weak armor, access to weak armor variants of these boxes is good too. I might try and catch one. We don't currently have a weak armor. Also, this thing's arms look sick, like fully black. Oh, he has Willow. What an asshat. How rude. I can heal, I guess. We might do that. That way I'll one-shot after everyone else's damage. Okay, now don't burn me again, please. Really already? What the fuck? Oh, someone else hit it really hard, that's why. I blame Garganical. Never mind, it's still killed. I guess it is a 4-star. Yeah, we'll catch this one. Alright, let's see what our 6 stars is. A psychic tab right somewhere up here. Yeah, there it is. I believe that's psychic, but I've been wrong many times before. Now, what is that fly point that isn't the gym? Is that the peak of the mountain? Might be. Yeah, looks like it. Onwards and downwards. Man, to this day, I'm still hoping that I find a shiny Titan because I love that Pokemon, dude. Or like Sotodle, obviously. I think that Pokemon is one of the best shinies in the game, so it'd be really fucking dope to find one. But I just haven't bothered hunting it yet. I probably could hunt it with relative ease. Although maybe not ease, because at the end of the day, if you're doing ice, you're finding everything up here, not just it. What's this? Ice Glaceon. Winnable, but I think the round is about to start. Yeah, the last round ends in 5 minutes, so we'll just wait. I was like, what the fuck? What was attacking me? Then I realized it was under my feet. I'm just so like lost in thought, man. Trying to figure out where I'm going wrong and what I can do better. Like, is it the speed? Am I thinking and clicking too fast? Am I getting a little bit too, like, feisty with my moves? Like, I don't know. Because it definitely feels like I am making big misplays or obvious stuff. Like, I'm either underplaying, like I'm playing the way that everyone thinks, or I'm doing something too outlandish that it only works if they predict me to be a middle ground. Whereas if I just make the safe middle ground play, it's correct. So yeah, I don't know. A little torn. That's right. We're 2-0, nothing stopping us from coming back. But yeah, if we're playing 3-0, if we go 3-0, there's not a chance I'm taking this team to OCIC. The only way I'm taking this team to OCIC is if I get 6 wins in a row from here. That's the only way. And maybe that'll happen. Like that's possible because the team is still strong. We played locals a while back, and I managed to get 3 wins out of. Well, I went and to go 3-1 at locals, which is it's solid. You know, the team definitely can perform. I just think for some reason not my game. It honestly could be the fact that I didn't sleep properly. Like I had piss poor sleep because I had stuff to do in the morning, and then I wanted to go, and then I had to go meet up with my. Not had to. I chose to, right? But yeah, I had plans with my parents, and like my sister and stuff to meet up with them. So like I had to get up really, kind of early too. It was rough. What was that sound? Oh, it's my match. Nice. Okay, so the new round has started. Let's open my opponent's team sheet and drag it off into this tab here. I hate you, internet. Ooh, I have to shadow tag to deal with. That's fun. Wish me luck, people. I'm gonna let him put a code in. So we have a crit Hydreigon. We have an Amoonguss, which is not fun to go up against. We have Bulldoze Arcanine. I like that a lot, actually. Citrus Berry hands. Citrus Berry Belly Drum hands. Fuck me. My opponent's team is terrifying. Alright. This is make or break for the stream. Like I said, if I lose this round, it's over. I'm done with this team. I feel too pigeonholed with it. Like I need everything to go exactly my way in order to win games, which I can make that happen, but the level of difficulty that it takes to make that happen is insane. Oh, yeah, we'll see. Anything can happen. No one could be found. I feel my opponent's searching. I put the code in wrong. I typed it to him wrong. I put 12545. Alrighty. Let's get this here show on the road. This is my man's, right? Capiello? Yep, cool. Okay, we can do this. We can definitely do this. Looking at my opponent's team, I feel like Hydreigon is a really strong lead against my opponent. So I'm definitely going to lead Hydreigon. And then from there, I feel as though... They have Ice Beam Gastrodon. That's very strong too. I'm a little bit afraid of the Gothitelle. So maybe the Moth. And the Amoonguss. And Moth can deal with both. The Iron Hands is also not fun to verse. But we can just start going in with a... We can go in with a... Acid Spray Draco. And hope. Scizor isn't very good here. Well, it actually is kind of good here against the Hydreigon and everything. It gets walled by a lot of the stuff though. But I think I'm keen to try him out. And then my own Gastrodon doesn't feel very good because of Arcanine's Grass Terror. I think Fluttermane in the back, because Fluttermane can actually beat this in opposing Iron Hands. I actually need to get rid of the Amoonguss. The Amoonguss is going to be really good at helping set it up. Alright, let's see if we can pull out a victory here. If I at least take a game, I can go away not terribly depressed. Let's see. So they lead a Amoonguss Arcanine. Okay, Arcanine can't protect, so I already know what I'm doing. Immediately I'm knocking it out. And then not going to... They do have a Flying Mon, but the Acid Spray is so good. And they're going to spoil my Hydreigon for sure. They're not going to spoil the Moth at the risk. They might even protect the Amoonguss because of the amount that I threaten it. Let's see what they do. I think switching in Hydreigon here is really dangerous for my opponent. They go for a Terra. This might be a Terra Grass and Arcanine off the bat. Terra Dark Amoonguss. Okay, I'm actually okay with that as well, because we're still capable of the same like damage output. So they do Rage Powder here. I think this knocks it out. No, it doesn't knock it out. They're very specially defensive. It's Covert Cloak. Did I not read? I didn't read. Fuck me, dude. Okay, I can have Bulldozers. This won't knock me out though. It came damn near close. I should start speed even after that. So we're gonna go for a just go for a Heat Wave, I think. Yeah, don't forget that Arcanine has Extreme Speed. That's a really good move that we should be protecting against. And then it's a Spore into the Hydreigon now, right? Isn't it? Why am I playing so bad? Like, focus, man. What are you doing? Okay, this feels good here. We Terrify so we can't get mean by the Arcanine. And then we let Hydreigon burn a turn of sleep. It's not over because we do have power in the back. But yeah, then winning the first exchange is not fun. The Covert Cloak really helped them a lot. Like at the Amoonguss, and I wasn't paying attention to the fact that this is what they could do. I didn't pay attention to Bulldoze, I didn't pay attention to anything. So that was really, really, really bad. I should have just Terra Grass there. Ghidorah stays asleep. We might see a Flare Blitz in the Arcanine. We do, but we're Terrified. We should tank this like crazy. Still does a decent amount. And then we get rid of the Amoonguss with a U-turn. And then we have Sash, Fluttermane ready to kick some butt. And they have no Terra left, so we're in a decent position. We need Hydreigon to start getting some damage done. I can't rely on it waking up this turn because it's a one-turn wake up, like first turn, or like, you know, yeah, first turn wake up because technically the first turn is even 0 turn. I would have liked to kill with the Bullet Punch and stay on the field, but unfortunately I couldn't do that. We're gonna Earth Power the Arcanine and protect. I think the Iron Hands may belly drum here, which is not fun for us. But it's more important for me to stay alive. It might even Drain Punch Hydreigon, which is fine, because that way I'm not wasting my time damaging it. But yeah, I really need Hydreigon to wake up this turn. My opponent gets 1 turn wake, but I don't. Flare Blitz into protect, and if this is belly drum, I'm okay. Oh, they doubled into a Flutter. Okay, that was actually a pretty damn good turn for me. Arcanine is the one that can't protect, so I think I double the Arcanine here, expecting Iron Hands to protect. Yes, okay, Iron Hands protects. Ghidorah, I need you to wake up. If you wake up, we can bring this back. I believe in you, my dude. I know you can do it. Just wake up. Okay, 3 turns of sleep. It happens. Unfortunately, it happens. The amount of pressure I would have on my opponent this turn if that didn't happen would be insane. We're gonna Earth Power the Arcanine and we're gonna switch out into Sizzle, just to reset my because I can't afford to take an attack from the Iron Hands right now. It's probably gonna be a Fire Punch into the slot anyway, which means Sizzle will take this like incredibly well. But yeah, the 3 turn sleep was really, really detrimental. The second turn didn't hurt too much. The third turn, that hurt like a bitch. Okay, so they withdraw the Arcanine, and they're going to go into their what now? Gastrodon. Okay, we do decent damage with it again into the Gastrodon, that's fine. I finally wake up. I think I die to a Drain Punch this turn based on what's happening on my screen. With how slow Hydreigon's moving, yeah. We live though, we do it, that's fine. I think this is fine. Decent chunk there, not bad. And a U-turn. Good damage. We just need to hope and pray that Fluttermane lives this. Whatever comes his way. Probably going to be an EP, right? Because it's super effective. Fire Punch. We live that. And we live the Earth Power too. Okay. That's massive for me. Because Dark Pulse the Gastro and Moonblast the Iron Hands. Fire Punching the Hydreigon might have been the throw there. Both can protect because we're not out of the woods yet, but I'm pretty confident in the Drain Punch, the Dark Pulse kill. And the Fluttermane Moonblast will do a lot, because it is a stab hit this time, and the special attack set is higher. Okay, Gastrodon protects. Moonblast, how much are you doing? Knocking out. Fluttermane, you're actually doing the work right now. The Dark Pulse doesn't connect, but we outspeed both now. And we can't rely on... we can't rely on... Gastrodon not protecting. Oh, but Gastrodon did protect last turn. Let's go for an Earth Power here. And let's go... Oh, we just go for... Sorry, let's go for a Dark Pulse here. Arcanine can't protect. It can E-Speed, which will take out, so we got to double into it. And it probably will E-speed. Let's go for a Dark Pulse into it. Okay, let's just do this. Let's just do this, and we guarantee this knocks it out. There's no way this doesn't knock it out. So we see the E-speed from Arcanine into the Hydreigon. Yep, that's correct. And then we're going to get the knockout on the Arcanine. In fact, maybe securing the knockout on the Gastrodon was smarter here, because that way we get the knockout on the Arcanine next turn. But I think if Gastrodon doesn't recover this turn, we win with Scizor in the back anyway. And we already know that Earth Power didn't even do half. Earth Power does how much? Less than half, yeah. Flutterman taking special hits from a non-special, like offensive unit is really good for me. Alright, so we just go for the U-turn and the Shadow Ball. Alright. So we took game 1, which is awesome. Oh, battle game with same rules. Hang on, sorry, I'm just replying to my sister. She just messaged me. Alright. That was good. It was definitely a tough fought victory, but we went quite well. I think I'm happy with the same lead. Hydreigon did really well. That turn that they fire punched Hydreigon was the throw there. I'm not gonna lie. So it wasn't perfect for us, but we were able to play quite well. Do we feel like our Gastro particularly would add value here? I definitely think that I need Miss Magius for... Fuck, stop saying that. And I always call Chris Magius, but stop saying that. Fluttermane for the Iron Hands. We saw that did a lot of damage. Let's go with the same, check their adaptation, and then build off of that. But yeah, I think this team not having obvious options of like, this is a great lead or that's a great lead, and too many situational leads makes it very difficult. And I think we need to build our future teams around that idea of we have these two great leads we can fall back on, and we can pick either way. And it doesn't have to be two like these two Pokemon or these other two Pokemon. It could be this and this, or maybe this and that. Like, we need two leads that are very strong and threatening that put on immediate pressure, rather than just the one with the Fluttermoth. In fact, maybe leading Fluttermoth this time would have been good. Okay, so they do the same. And I do the same as well. Terra Poison Hydreigon didn't offer us too much value last game. Oh wait, no, I terrified Arcanine. Sorry. I think we Terra here. Do you think they bulldoze again? I'm worried they Flare Blitz this time because they think I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna play different, and I'm not gonna let them do the same thing. And let's drop a Draco on the Arcanine, and we can switch out afterwards. Is Arcanine dead now? No, did nothing. That thing's tanky as fuck. So they did just do the same play, which is kind of rough for us, but I'm not too mad about it. I'm gonna get Spores this time instead. That's fine. This time I'm gonna protect here, and we're gonna burn our first turn of sleep. Yeah, we'll draw a Moon, that's fine. Nothing's happening. They're just repositioning. It's good for them because they have Regenerator. And Hands comes out. I think potentially the Miss Magia switch was amazing here. Sorry, I didn't think I hit. Oh yeah, fuck, man. I should have switched into the Ghost type there. That would have been massive. Okay, keeps his on the back for the thingo. This feels like a double switch scenario, which is really bad. Because the Draco was not the play, man. The Draco at least needed to be on the Amoonguss. If I cleared the Amoonguss, it was good. I messed up there not clearing the Amoonguss. Double switch. Hopefully I made the right reads on this one. They might have doubled the Moth. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Okay, so E-Speed... Dude, I wish I was in on Chris Magis this turn. And we see a belly drum. Okay. Does this feel silly? I kind of think that they're gonna protect here with Iron Hands and try and get rid of the Flutter main. So we're gonna do this. We're terrifying to live. Doesn't feel the best, but it feels better than most. Caesar looks so good, Terrifier. It's actually insane. Ooh, so they go Terrifier on their Iron Hands now. Yep, to live a hit. Oof, okay. That could be bad for me unless we somehow get the knockout on the Arcanine. There's a non-zero chance. Snarl breaks the sash. We do get the knockout into the Arcanine. Okay, nice. What does that mean for us? I think Sizzler goes into Moth now. But I think Fluttermane goes down. The only way I survived that was by getting a crit or a miss. Ooh, they drain punch that slot. Okay. Fluttermane being alive is really good for me. And I gave it very little HP off of that. God, this feels bad. Okay. You protect here. They're probably gonna drain punch me. Is this correct? I don't know. Dracoing Arcanine was such a mistake. Okay, Rage Powder there, which means they are going to be attacking. And they're afraid of the Flutter main. A lot of damage, but not enough. Hopefully it's a Fire Punch into the Flutter main, knowing that I can't protect. Oh, sorry, not knowing that I can't protect. Otherwise, the Drain Punch and full health on the Iron Hands. Okay, Iron Hands is looking over at Flutter Mane, so I think maybe it did target it. I don't know why it's looking like that, but it did. Nope, Hydreigon's dead. Now it's at full HP and I have no boost for it. Okay, that is a GG. But we will try nonetheless. This is one of those, Scizor can't damage it, so it loses, and I think most of my team can't damage it, so it loses. So Rage Powder, we Bullet Punch it. It goes down to Bullet Punch. And let's see how much damage you do with our, we need like a crit, but even still we need like probably 2 crits. Let's see what we get. Why did that do so much less than the Moonblast that one time? I didn't get a Spidefrost before, but that did like nothing. Does he have 3 Mons up? No, he has 2. Okay, yeah, we should lose. Okay. Thinking about the Daption, recognizing that they see that play line. It's a leave Scizor behind game. Scizor feels too weak here. And we bring Gastrodon. In fact, we might lead Gastrodon. I think Gastrodon Moth, maybe. Hydreigon in the back for the hands, which doesn't feel good. It does not feel good at all. And then Flutter Mane does okay. Assault Vest Arcanine is such a problem for my special offensive team, dude. It's actually insane. We can't Grass Terror this time around, which is unfortunate. It's such a passive lead from my opponent, but it is so problematic to my team.
Hello again.
Oh shit, he back. I'm still in one of my games. How'd you go round 3?
If and when you're back as well.
Oh, I'm still muted. Hang on, let me mute it. I'll pick my move first.
Actually, wait. I'm quickly gonna go grab some food because I'm fucking hungry.
Do this. It's linear, but I feel like it's better. And I'll actually deafen myself. Lots of damage on the Among Us. Pull those again. It crit Gastrodon, that's not fun. Amoonguss outspeed Gastrodon. Jeremy's right, man. An Amoonguss led into this team sucks. Okay. I need turn 1 wake up. I need some luck. Again, I would have won the game with turn 3 sleep, man, if I would. Oh, actually, no, I did win that game. The doubling Dark Knight would have been good there. Double crit on Gastrodon. Are you kidding me, dude? And another 3-turn sleep. This is so bad, man. If my opponent reads the reads the Terrestrialize and E-speeds me, I'll retire, I reckon. Going for Bulldozer into the Snarl feels very strange, right? I think I still had... I might not outspeed. They might be able to snarl me this turn. Potentially a belly drum here. I should have known the fire terror was coming. What was I thinking? Still does a decent amount. Special attractor means nothing. Snarl happens, does very little damage. Another crit. Just reminding you, Arcanine's crit 3 times this game. And there's the belly drum. And there's the berry. Gastrodon gets a crit of his own. No, he doesn't. That's fun. Does E-Speed knock out Flutter here? It might. Yeah, they didn't click it, probably because they probably forgot that they could click it. And hopefully we see a Drain Punch into the Gastrodon. Yep. I figured they would want more health, and so that they would go for that. Okay, Rage Powder, good. I believe I clicked... Did I click Shadow Ball or did I click Rock? I clicked Shadow Ball, okay, good. So Shadow Ball should do a decent amount here. No, it didn't. Drain Punch knocks out Gastro and heals this thing a lot. Do we predict the Amoonguss to protect here? I kind of want to, and I'm going to go for protect. And I'm going to go for double protect because I can't get more value right now. Because the Moongus might resign itself to its fate and protects, that way it can do something next turn. Okay, I protect. Iron Moth still at speeds with Chris Magic, which is really good. Does Moongus protect? Base card, okay. Good information. Let's see, Fire Punch into Miss Magic. Okay. That's fine. What could be in the back here? Gastro. Okay. Power Gem and a Heat Wave. Should leave me well off. Please, Misty. You're fucking kidding me, dude. 2 3-turn sleeps. I missed the critical heat wave from my opponent. That's so bad. That's so freaking bad. I can't even believe that. Like, that actually lost me the game. The heat wave miss. I'm with Jeremy on this one now, dude. The most important turn of the match, and I missed the freaking heat wave. That's so dumb. Also, my Fairy Terror was wasted because I forgot how Pokemon work. I need to, like, crit here. God, fucking pathetic, man. I definitely should have gone for the Heat Wave last turn too, actually. Okay, cool. So this Heat Wave needs to burn a Fire type, and I need to crit a crit and Earth Power. Alright. Come on. If he can dodge the one turn it matters, I can crit and Earth Power. For fuck's sake. And then Gastro comes out here and I lose the game, right? So, okay. So I played the end game almost perfectly, and I got punished